Abbiamo parlato all'inizio di questa giornata del 5G e adesso ci sarà qualcuno che ci parla del 6G. Ma cosa sarà mai questo 6G? Ce lo spiega Marja Matinmikko, che è Senior Research Fellow di Finnish 6G.
Good morning, everyone. I am Marja Matinmikko and I come from Finland. I work at the University of Oulu, so I represent the research community. And here today, I'm introducing you the latest in the wireless communications research. It's about introducing Finnish 6G flagship. So we have started from the vision for 2030. And in our vision, the society will be data-driven. And this is enabled by near-instant, unlimited wireless connectivity. So we are now looking into what comes more than 10 years from today in terms of the mobile communication systems. 5G networks are being deployed this year, starting this year. So 5G is starting now. So in the research domain, we have to look further, 10 years ahead. So the next generation after the current one is foreseen to appear 10 years from now, around 2030, to satisfy those expectations that are not met with 5G, and then the new ones that will come when AI becomes reality. So Finland, Academy of Finland had a competition on research, and then they appointed flagships that are the centers of research in Finland. And 6G was appointed as one of these national flagships, and we started operations last year in May. It's an 8-year-long research program with a volume of 250 million euros. It's operated by University of Oulu, and I'm coordinating the research in that. So there we are looking into the future in terms of 4 strategic research areas: wireless connectivity, devices and circuits, distributed computing, and services and applications. And this, in fact, is the world's first research program on 6G. And why Finland? Why Oulu? Why that is starting wireless next generation cellular system research. Every day, 2.6 billion users use the wireless technologies developed with Finland in the cellular systems. And a lot of exports are done on wireless from Finland. And there are like 200 new startups started in the last 5 years. And then the research community there. Today, we have 200 people doing research 5G and towards 6G. So what is the future smart society? It's good to start to think about that, what is going to happen in the future. 5G will be deployed this year. What will that enable? It will be better broadband, evolution of 4G. It is expected to revolutionize the different verticals by creating locally tailored services for different verticals. IoT is important thing there. And then AI, analytics, all those technologies and a lot of data will be used, processed in a very intelligent way to enable new services. And then there are lots of requirements, real time, all kinds of sensing devices and distributed intelligence. So what are we now looking into in terms of the key research themes enabling 6G? Wireless connectivity is the baseline in the infrastructure of the society. We use wireless technologies all the time without even realizing and seeing it. So these cellular networks, they provide one of the backbone infrastructures for the society. And it's generally accepted that this 5G is in a key role to make that faster and more robust. But then there will be the need for new devices and circuit technologies, because all those devices that are connected wirelessly, they will change. What we see today, the wireless mobile phones and so tablets and so on, 10 years from now there will be a lot of different kinds of devices which have very different forms as today. And machines will have a big role being connected. And computing, distributed computing is one of the key things there. And all this is happening in a way that there are lots of applications and services, and how those will be provided and by whom and where. There will be a lot of interesting ideas and leading to new disruptive value networks. So business ecosystems are changing. If you look at the mobile communication networks, traditionally voice was what was carried by 2G and 3G networks. 4G brought mobile broadband for people, and then the operators became big pipes to deliver this mobile data while voice is declining. So there are a lot of changes. Over-the-top service providers are taking the roles and businesses that were traditionally done by some others. And with 5G, vertical applications, industries, hospitals and so on, they will emerge. So there will be a lot of new ecosystems around these vertical applications, and the stakeholder roles will change. Then if we look at 10 years ahead, what could 6G look like? We should start to see from the point of view that there would be a lot of locally deployed 6G networks. Partially, that's already coming to 5G in some places. Locally deployed, high-quality networks for provisioning of locally tailored services. And we believe that in 6G that will be the starting point. There will be a lot of different networks, and then the users' devices, they can easily connect to all these different networks and roam between these networks. It's not happening today, but the future will be different. So there will be new local service providers. So what do we do in this Finnish 6G flagship? First goal is to support the finalization of the 5G standard. The first version of the standard was released last year. Implementation work is ongoing. Networks are being deployed this year, and then user devices are appearing later this year. But the standardization of 5G continues. There will be new versions, and we support companies in finalizing that, and especially by carrying out pilots. These pilots are done using operator-grade test networks. But at the same time, the research community is already starting to develop the fundamental components to enable 6G in 2030. And then the whole goal is to speed up dependable, robust and secure digitalization of the various parts of the society, first through 5G and then its evolution, and then later on 6G. And there will be a lot of different business cases, automated factories, smart health, personal experience, automated vehicles, and then many techniques that are needed for them. And this will enable different new business cases. So 6G, probably many of you hear it now for the first time, and we launched this only last year, because 5G is just happening now. And 2 weeks ago, we organized the world's first 6G summit in the north of Finland, in Lapland, and invited all the major players there to talk about what the vision for 2030 could be. And we had speakers from all the major telecom players there, and this event, all the slides and recording of one day, they will be available in a few weeks on the internet. And we also started to prepare the world's first 6G white paper, and that's expected to be published in June. So to conclude, Finland was the first to launch 6G research in May 2018, as we were already doing pioneering role in the prior generation. So then the research community took a bold step ahead to look into what the next generation will be. And the goal is to support the finalization and deployment of 5G into those different verticals by carrying out large-scale pilots in targeted vertical applications with test networks. And then to develop the fundamental technology components. What they are, it's not even known yet. But it's important that those are already started today. All the technologies and then their novel applications. And we welcome the whole community to join this effort. Research domain operators, companies, public sector stakeholders, they are all in the key role to shape the future mobile communication business ecosystem. So thank you. There is also a video that you can find on this.